Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about elapsed time. Elapsed time with this little clock right here. This little clock. Anyway, that was just for the picture on the video. If you clicked on it, you'll probably see that picture of that clock. That's what I'm planning on doing. Anyway, today we're going to be doing elapsed time. It's in some ways just a continuation of what we've been doing. In some ways, it can be very tricky. Okay, but before you get worried, Kayleen, don't freak out. We're going to be spending our Zoom meeting time tomorrow doing the same thing. We're going to be doing a Zoom meeting on Tuesday at 9, and we're going to be doing the same thing. And so just a little preview to see if you guys get it, to see how you guys are doing with it, give you a little introduction, and then hopefully the second time I teach it, you guys will understand a little bit better. Okay, so first of all, you have to know conversions. The conversion here is minutes to hours. That's the easy part. Obviously, everybody knows how many minutes are in an hour. Go ahead, answer. Good, 60 minutes, okay? So that's the first thing you have to know, okay, is 60 minutes in an hour. We're going to be doing problems where we have elapsed time. Elapsed time is how much time has passed from the start of one thing to the end. You have to maybe figure out the end date. They tell you the start time and the amount of time that has gone by, and then you have to figure out when it ended. Or they tell you when it ended, and then they give you how much time went by. And, sorry, I just thought I just heard something. And you have to tell them the start, okay? So, let's try one where we have to deal with the end time. Okay, let's deal with a start time of, let's go 11:30. Okay, our start time equals 11:30. ST. Okay, and how much time has passed? Let's say 3 hours and 10 minutes. I'm starting off with a pretty easy one. Okay, and we need to know the end time. What is the end time? Well, the easiest way to go about it is to go about, we just basically add, okay? If we start at 11:30, and we think of these as almost like addition, we have to add 3 hours and 10 minutes, okay? If we want to add the minutes first, we add 10 minutes, okay? We are at 40, right? 11:40. The 10 minutes is gone. Now we have to add 3 hours. We add 3 here, and what do we have? 14? Is that what 14? Did somebody say 14? Shouldn't be 14 because there is no 14 o'clock. 3 hours after 11 would be 12, 1, 2, right? So it would be 2. And so where we would end is 2:40, okay? So that's pretty easy. That's an easy one where we have an elapsed time where we don't have any borrowing or anything to do. Let's do another one here. Let's start at 11:30 again. Okay, we're going to start with at 11:30 again. This time I want to do 3 hours and 40 minutes to make it a little trickier. Okay, let's start. Okay, 11:30, and we want to add our minutes plus 40 minutes. Here's the trouble. What is 30 plus 40? Somebody tell me what 30 plus 40 is? Good job, Andrew. That's 70, right? 70. But the problem is it can't be 70 minutes in an hour. How many minutes are in an hour? There are 60 minutes in an hour, right? So how many extra minutes is 70? 70 would be 10 extra minutes. 70 is essentially 1 hour, and how many minutes left over? 10 minutes. So by adding 40, instead of getting 70, what we do is we get we basically go 30 plus 40 is 10, because we have 10 left over, and then we add 1 hour to that. So now we are at 12:10. Does everybody understand why? Because instead of adding 40 minutes, we're basically adding 1 hour and 10 minutes. Well, not 1 hour and 10 minutes. We're going to the next hour and adding 10 minutes on to the next hour. All right, you guys kind of see why I did that? So let me go over it again. There's only 30 minutes left. That's a better way to put it. There's only 30 minutes left that I can add. So let's do that. I'll write my 10 minutes over here. I can add 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes is 12 o'clock. Then I can use my 10 minutes and add 10 more, and now it's 12:10. Right? Kind of understand why I'm doing that, hopefully. Now, we've gotten rid of our 40 minutes. Now, from here, it's easy. Just add the 3 hours plus 3. 12 plus 3 is 15, but there's no 15 o'clock. So 12, 1, 2, 3. Right? 3:10 would be our final time. Okay, you guys see how that works? Now, let's do, we don't have a start time, we have an end time. Let's go, our start time is question mark. And our end time is, what should we have as our end time? 2:30, let's say. 2:30. Let's do an easy one first. End time is 2:30. And the amount of elapsed time is, let's go with 2 hours and 10 minutes again. Okay? This time, since we're going backward, when we went forward, we added. So what do you think we do when we go backward? We subtract, right? 2:30 minus 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'll take away the 10 minutes first. 30 minus 10 is 20, right? So 2:20. 2:20, right? Now we take off the 2 hours. 2 minus 2 is 0, but there's no 0 o'clock. So you go backwards. 2 o'clock, 1 hour before that is 1 o'clock. Another hour before that is 12 o'clock. So 12:20. So we started at 12:20. And 2 hours and 10 minutes later is 2:30. Okay, you get that? Now let's do that was the easy one. Let's do a hard one. Let's do one basically using the same kind of idea. We ended at 2:30 and 2 hours and 40 minutes have passed. So let's start at 2:30, okay? And let's get rid of 2 hours and 40 minutes. But look, all that we can take away is 30. So let's just take away 30 out of the 40. So 40 minus 30 is 10. I'm going to have 10 minutes left over. So 30 minus 30 is 0. So I'm at 2 o'clock, but I have to take away another 10 minutes. What is 2 o'clock minus 10 minutes? 10 minutes before 2 o'clock would be 1:50. Right? Okay, good. Now I've taken off all my minutes. Take off 2 hours. 1:50, 2 hours before that. 1:50 before, 1 hour before that was 12:50. Another hour before that was 11:50. Okay? A little bit tricky, but you guys can get it. One final wrinkle. Okay? One final wrinkle. What if they don't give you a certain amount of hours and minutes? What if instead they give you a certain fraction of an hour? Let's say they start time is 4:15, okay? And they say 2 3/4 hours. Wow, 2 3/4 hours. I need my hours and minutes to be able to, because this is hours and minutes, I need hours and minutes here. So what I have to do is convert this 3/4 of an hour to minutes. How do I convert 3/4 of an hour? Remember, well, here's the key. When we hit a fraction, what does the word of mean? Do you guys remember? 3/4 of an hour. What does the word of mean in math? 3/4 of an hour when I have it in math with fractions. 3/4 of an hour, what operation? Anybody shout it out? Multiplied. So 3/4 of, now I could do 1 hour, but that would just give me 3/4, right? 3/4 of 1 hour would give me 3/4 of 1 hour. I don't want hours though, I want minutes, so that doesn't work. 3/4 of, how many minutes are in 1 hour? 60. So what is 3/4 of 60? That means 3/4 times 60, right? 3 times 60 is 180. Then 4 times 1 is 4. 180 divided by 4 is 25. Sorry. 20, 25 and 20 is 45. Hopefully I did that math right. Sorry. Yeah, 45. That took me a long time. I'm sure some of you guys did that quicker than I did. So I know what 3/4 of an hour is. Sorry, it's a long day. So 3/4 of an hour would be 45, right? So 2 3/4 hours is the same thing as 2 hours and 45 minutes. Okay, so therefore you do the same thing. Take away, so let's erase all this. I just go start at 4:15 and I do what I did before, except now instead of dealing with this junk, I'm dealing with this. 4:15 plus 45, 15 plus 45 equals 60. But can you have a 4 hours and 60 minutes? No. What is that the same as? 5 o'clock, right? And then I add my 2 hours, plus 2 is 7 o'clock. That's my answer. Okay? Kind of tricky. Feel free to watch this video twice if you need to. We're going to deal with it again tomorrow. I do not want anybody to come and just go, I don't get it. I'd be like, did you watch the video? Yeah. How many times did you watch it? I don't know, just once. I just watched it quick and didn't get it. Pause it if you need to. A good strategy would be watch it, and if something I just went over didn't make sense to you, rewind back to that part and just watch it and just take it piece by piece. Each sentence, if you have to, pause it and then think about what I was saying. Okay, so he takes this and subtracts it. Okay, and then try one like it. See if it works. Okay. I would also like you to do try number 5. Just number 5 on page 625. Just number 5. That's it. Okay, so see you guys later.